Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there. I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. So let's get into it. I hope you've had a beautiful day. Oh, the star flipping up. Oh, cards already coming out. Okay, cards already coming out. Let's just take all of those. I hope you've had a beautiful day. It's Saturday where I am, and I've had a beautiful day exchanging energies with some incredible people. Very needed, very healing, and what better way to finish the day than to engage with your energy? I was laying up in bed, like fully ready to go to bed, but I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can go to bed without hanging with you, hanging with my besties. So here I am. Let's get into it. We have the star coming up, surrounded by two energies. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. We have a lot of communication and information like flanking you. So let's just have a look at those cards again. What I really like about these cards is like the way that these hands are coming towards you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull cards on each of these energies. I do believe this is you. This is you here, the star. We'll dip into your energy and then we'll see what the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands is about and what context we need to know for that. So universe, please, insight and information. What messages do you have? What context can you give us about this star energy? Thank you. We have the Magician. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're entering this era now where you are fully understanding and fully like standing solid in your truth about the person that you are. And the person that you are is absolutely magnificent, generous, kind, social. Like, you might not always feel like that, and maybe not everyone makes you feel like that, but I'm sure that you actually have so many people around you that see you as a really, really bright light, and you are kind of re-empowering yourself to be like, no, I am an amazing person. Yeah. I am a joy and I am an asset to the people around me. And you're like collecting the evidence of that and being like, oh, okay. And the more you're starting to reaffirm that to yourself, the more you're actually engaging in those actions. You're seeing people, you're going places, you're reclaiming these aspects of yourself that maybe you didn't always like wear, that you don't always accept. But this has always been who you are. This has always been how people around you see you. And if people are coming towards you not appreciating you, you're like, all right, withdraw. Let's withdraw that then. If people are not putting respect on your name, you're like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not out here to prove to people that I am worthy. I'm not out here to prove anything to anyone because I know who I am. That's the energy that I see you inhabiting, and I love that for you. Like, I truly, truly do. I feel like it's a long time overdue. I feel like you've always had people around you that see how incredible you are, and you've always been like a little bit humble about it. And I think you're still humble about it, but you're ready to own like how amazing and awesome you are. And when there are certain people that maybe in the past would have fully got you tripped up and triggered by saying that you're not an amazing person, or even making you feel terrible or making you feel bad, you might have bought into that in the past, but now you're like, oh, no. I don't have to take that on. I don't have to take on what you are projecting onto me, because I know my truth. Like, that's the place where you're in now. And it is this big, like, reclaiming your energy, like you're drawing your energy back towards you as well. Because every time you relinquished your reality to someone else's reality, or your identity to someone else's version of how they perceive you, and you're like, okay, yes, that's how I'll perceive me too. You gave them your energy, and now you're calling that back in, being like, nope, 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 don't agree. I don't accept that. I won't wear that. No. And in doing so, you're pulling energy back towards you. So you might even feel more energized recently. And if you're feeling more energetic, it's because that energy of you is coming back to you. Your inner self is feeling more solid, is feeling more protected. And I love that. Oh, I'm so glad I got out of bed to come get this reading, because I love being around energies like this. It honestly is so inspiring and helps me stay on track with myself as well. It's like when you have, in my case, like I do have guy friends, girlfriends, they friends. But I think in particular, it's some of my girlfriends recently who have just been like, no, Dans, you know who the F you are. We know who the F you are. And they're also the kinds of people that are like, and they know who the F they are. Like the way that the people around me are so strong in and convicted in their identity and their truth. It's like, it's a contagious energy, which is why I want to come to your energy and give you these readings, because it's contagious. Like, it's so contagious. Your strength, your light. So yeah, glad I'm here is what I was trying to say. Let's get into this. Okay. Ace of Swords energy. I'm getting this as communication, and I'm seeing that the Ace of Wands, I think, is a new beginnings type thing. I really am seeing like a new beginning there, but let's have a look at the Ace of Swords. Universe, please, insight and information. Can you give us some context about what this Ace of Swords energy is pertaining to? Thank you. Okay. There is a communication coming in, and I feel like there's one person in particular that's like trying to articulate like so many different messages. Like they've written up like a few different variations. And because they can't quite decide which one to send through, it's kind of stalling their communication. This is someone who is like extremely slow moving. Yeah, extremely slow moving. They are... They're the kind of person that's going to sit and like watch the flowers grow. If you know what I mean, like they're going to watch paint dry. Like they are slow moving. They're quite content to do that. And so they're thinking a lot. And it's stalling them. They really want to come to you correctly, and they have no effing clue how to do that. Are they going to come through? What are we looking at here? Five of Pentacles. I don't think they're going to come through anytime soon. If you're waiting on some kind of message, they are waiting for a wiser version of themselves to come along and know what to do. And like, until that happens, until miraculously they just become a version of themselves that knows what to do, they are just having this big internal fight that keeps them on the outs. Look, I appreciate that they want to come to you correct. Like, that's good. I can understand the struggle in that, because it's like, what is the right thing to do? And the more you overthink something, like the worse it gets. And like, it's harder to, it's harder to take any action. The second you start putting it off and start practicing putting it off, like that becomes the easiest action to take. But it really feels like they're waiting for a version of themselves to just know better. And I think that let's pull some more cards on that. Like, I have my thoughts on that because I've waited for myself to become a version of me that would know what to do. And that doesn't do anything. Like, I waited around for a version of myself that left a toxic relationship, and I waited around for different things to happen, for me to start a business, for me to be the kind of person that did this. And what I was actually waiting around for was a version of me that was like, okay, I'm sick of waiting. I'm just going to be the person that leaves the relationship. I'm going to be the person that starts the business. That's the only way. Because if you just keep waiting, you just become the version of you that's waiting for some future version of you. At some point in the present, you have to like inhabit the energy of the person that just is going to do something. And they aren't at that point. And I think they are still just like, well, it'll sort itself out in the future. And I'll probably do something in the future and it'll figure itself out. And maybe they will. So if you're waiting on communication from there, I do see it coming in. I just feel like, yeah, this is the kind of person that's going to watch the flowers grow. It's just very, very slow moving. Any last information on that? Yeah. It might be like that they take so long that they decide, oh, stop. This energy's been coming through, and I feel like they're big on this self-sabotage thing. So what's coming through with the Eight of Cups is like they're going to wait around for a version of themselves that's going to know what to do, right? And they're going to wait so long that instead of them being like, I'm going to figure out what to do later, they're going to realize, oh, it's way too late now. I can't do anything, so I'm just going to leave it. There's a very good chance that you're not going to get any communication from this person. Yeah, interesting. I could pull cards on how you do with that, but I know that you are strong enough, and I know you're strong enough to be okay. That's not to say it might not hurt if you are waiting on like a communication from someone. Yeah. But I know you'll be okay. We'll continue on with the reading. We'll see what this Ace of Wands is about. Universe, please, insight and information. What can you tell us about this Ace of Wands energy? Thank you. We have the Lovers. We have Temperance. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is so interesting. So we do have this like connection here. What I'm drawn to are like the angel wings. I feel like there is a new beginning with yourself and either a person or like a group of people, or your relationship to a group of people or a community. But I feel like there is this really deep sense of wisdom and experience that leads you and the other party or the parties to come to each other in a mutually emotional place. Okay. So that's what it feels like you have on either side of you. You have this expectation of communication to come in, and that is either going to take a really, really long time or it's not going to come at all. And then on the other side, you have this like beautiful communication that is based in mutual emotional intelligence and empathy. Let's get more information on that. Universe, please, can you give us some more? Give us some more context on the situation. You may have been, a little bit burned by a certain energy, and that's leading you towards another connection that is much healthier for you, or just much more reciprocal, or much more healing and therapeutic in nature. And we have the devil like jumping out of the deck. Girl. There's this big theme of attachments here. There's been a big theme of attachments coming up for a while. Thank you. We have Judgment. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And Strength. Okay. What I think is so crazy is we're getting all of these wing cards. All of the beings with wings on them. I know I'm taking a big pause. I know that there's so much coming in. So firstly, there is a connection here that we'll be able to move forward with really like calm and clear and compassionate communication, where there will be a really beautiful exchange of energies. Like I just feel like there's going to be a really, really good conversation that comes from this that is going to be good for everyone involved. It's going to take a lot of strength, but also be really strengthening. I don't think at any point it's going to devolve into something bad. I actually think it's going to be really healthy. So there is an energy around you that I am so about and I am so for. What I'm getting from all of these winged cards is that there is a lot of, this has been something that's been kind of coming through, and I haven't felt the urge to articulate it. You are obviously coming to tarot readings for a reason, and your guides know that. Your guides can see what you're doing, and your guides tell you what you need to hear to inspire action. So I can tell you what your guides want you to know, but what your guides want you to know might not be like, they might be articulating something that triggers you into action. So if there's something that comes up in the readings that is triggering, or you feel is wrong, or you feel like resonates with your life, but you're not okay with that, you don't have to be like, well, Dan said it in a tarot reading, so that's exactly how it is. That's just how things are. No, I'm just a messenger, and they are like, when you get a tarot reading, what I'm doing in that moment and what your guides are doing is actually like interfering with what's about to happen in the future. That's what happens here. If you're like, what's going to happen? What's going on in the situation? You're getting information that you're inevitably going to either like you're going to act upon, even if you're not doing anything. That's an action in itself. That's a decision that you make, and a decision that you make based on the information that you get in the reading. Even if you're like, I don't really listen to it very deeply, I don't pay too much mind to it, like it's still like changing the future a little bit. So I feel like for some of you who have been coming through these readings, sometimes what is said is to drive you into action, and not like if the messages have been like telling you something that you don't like, like for example, if a reader said to you, oh, it's never ever going to happen between you and this person, and then you're like, oh my God, like that really hurts me. Maybe they're saying that so that you can wake up to like, oh, that really hurts. That's never going to happen. Oh, I can see my feelings now that are like very real and very true. Maybe things that you had been ignoring before, and it will inspire some kind of action. But just sometimes like that's what's happening in these readings. It's like you are told not what is, but what will put you on the path to take the action that your guides want you to take, or to see the things that your guides want you to see, or to feel things that your guides want you to see. So sometimes it can just trigger an emotion that just wakes up everything. That's a part of what is going on in these readings, because that's, yeah, I don't know if that's making sense, but it makes sense to me. It's like, yes, it's advice and yes, it's messages, but your guides aren't just straightforward like that, because they know that they can give you advice, but who takes advice? Who actually like takes advice? Like I can hope that my optimistic, somewhat sassy energy can rub off on you, and you can be more empowered throughout your day, or know that you have guides looking over you, or that you should hold firm boundaries and believe in yourself and trust yourself. Like, that's my hope with this, that you have a little dose of dance throughout the day, and that tiny little dose makes your world 0.0000001% a little bit brighter, or make you believe in yourself just that little bit more. That's all I aim to do here. But we are interfering with things. I got really off track when I said that last thing. It was leading back to something else. No, I forgot what I said. Nah. I hope that you guys are okay with bestie rambles. I was saying something about how it doesn't always like sink in, you know, the readings. God knows I've listened to so many readings, and I do listen to so many readings, and like it just becomes the background noise. But I know that like what's coming in is subconsciously like affecting me. And that's why I'm really deliberate with the kind of readers that I listen to, because I know that I'm going to take on that energy. So even like subconsciously, these messages are going to be affecting you and affecting your life and affecting how you navigate it. So sometimes the messages are there to kind of push you to go in a certain way that your guides feel like you need to go. I just don't know if you've been aware of this, or if you are listening to your body as you're listening to these readings in a way that can show you your feelings. Because sometimes we're presented with things that make us feel strongly or make us feel uncomfortable, and then we just think that in the tarot reading, oh, like that's just what is. That is what is, and there's nothing that can change that. It's like, no, you were told that to feel this feeling so you can do something about it. The reason why I'm saying all this, because you got hella guides coming through, and they're just all the angels, and all their wings are being like, we are trying to help you. I don't know who in particular that specific message is for, because I don't feel like it's for all of you. Maybe it's something to take away just about tarot readings in general. Sometimes it's not just what is, but it's what your guides want to say to help you see something else and take action on something. I think it's something to consider when it comes to tarot readings, is that it is like this future changing thing. So there's this exchange of like karma once you start going to tarot readings. This is why traditionally tarot readers charge, because then it evens out the karma, like the karma cycle. But if you felt like evening out the karma cycle, subscribe. But I don't need that from y'all. I'm literally just here to hang. So let's see what else the cards have to say. I feel like maybe these are some pretty erratic messages. So like I said, a couple different connections. It could also be like the different aspects of the same connection. I've been yapping here for way too long. It is too late on a Saturday night. Who would have thought Saturday night and I would be here hanging with y'all? I love it. Nowhere else I'd rather be, you know? All right. Universe, please, insight and information. Any last words that you want the collective to hear before I leave them for the weekend? The Empress. Girl. Like I've said a million times, I say that in a gender neutral way. Girl, you're just recognized, okay? I feel like you are letting yourself embody your strength, your intuition, your nurturing nature more and more. And I feel like there's this lightness coming about your energy that I just am so happy about. But also your guides see it, the people around you see it. Like both of these energies or these aspects of this energy that we're connecting to, like they see it. Everyone sees it. So continue to sit strong, confident, and assured in your power, in your essence, in your energy. Let's get any last words from the Oracle deck. Universe, please, insight and information. What last words do you have for this beautiful collective? Give to the mind and it gives back. The mind, inspiration, mood, cycle. I think if you haven't already, it's going to be really amazing for you to start kind of really consciously giving nourishment to your mind in a way that feels not quite familiar, but like engaging. That feels really, really engaging. And I think you'll see absolute wonders happening for you. I personally have also been giving to my mind recently. I have, this is going to be TMI, like just way too much information about me. Like we're besties, but we always talk about you, you know? And we kind of talk about me, but we generally try and talk about you on this channel. But something that I've been doing, and like comment down below if you can relate, but I have gone full regression because the world is a shit show right now, and I can't stand being on the internet because it's constantly AI slop. Like I can't. I get sucked in, and then I have to spend my time being like, is it AI? Is it not? And then I get annoyed at myself every time I'm entertained by it. And then I'm disappointed in myself for being entertained by it. So I have been driven off the like Facebook, Instagram. Like I get annoyed when I have to I see AI and my mind has to do the labor of like, is that AI? Am I being tricked right now? So I have gone back to what I used to do when I was a teenager, and that's reading Harry Potter fan fiction because that's great to me. So, and my life has gotten so much better since I've done that. Read books, listen to podcasts. maybe I won't put that part in. It's fine. Or tell me how you nourish your mind. If it's not Harry Potter fanfiction, girl, you know what? No. I'm okay with me and I'm okay with myself. And I've told literally everyone else in my life that I do this. So I am fine. Just like don't tell anyone. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm done. I gotta go to bed. I'll see you in the next reading.